from 1 until 2 p.m. right here on KUAW.
Now on the air in Kansas City, the Cheryl Underwood Show.
We are proud to be part of the KUAW family.
The Cheryl Underwood Show. Weekdays Monday through Friday at 12 noon. KUAW around the world on KUAW.org.
Todd Tribbett, we gonna be all right here on the Jamal Bakes Show. I'm your brother in Christ, Jamal Bakes. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me, fam, for another weekend, all right? We've got a big show for you, man. As always, the Rose Show Live will be here with her Faith Move next. And we talked to my man, the Laugh Therapist, later on in the show. We've got music on the way from Doe. We've got Corinne Hawthorne, Keandra Lockett, brand new William McDowell. Cannot wait to share that one with you as well, all right? And a whole lot more. Listen, follow me right now on social media.
Bank of Blue Valley is a proud sponsor of KUAW Radio. At Bank of Blue Valley, we believe that an understanding of financial value sets individuals up for a strong future. Whether you want to talk about checking and savings accounts, review lending alternatives, or discuss starting your own business, we have the right people to listen and advise. Visit us at bankbv.com to get started today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, you're listening to KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community radio station. We don't only bring you videos on Facebook and YouTube, but listen to our audio only, where you'll get shows like Cheryl Underwood and Blues Time in the City. You can pick us up at www.kuaw.org or go to the TuneIn app and search KUAW. Listen to us. We're on 24 hours a day. That's KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community
What's the deal,
radio
Kansas
station.
City? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy RV the Poet, and I'm back with another episode of Local Vocals. And I got my guy to my right, like somebody that is really, really, really important to me. Somebody that's real inspirational in my life, man. What I would love to call a role model, because that's exactly what he is. The very own Eric Stewart. Introduce yourself, man.
How you doing, man? Good to meet you. Good to see you.
Good to meet you. Yeah, we just met today, you know,
yeah,
but he's still
found me
my
on the street. No, we all good, man. Good to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, real quick, just tell people before we get into it. I know what I said, but just tell people like what it is that you do and why you're important.
Well, I don't really know if I'm all that important, but you know, I work at the Texas Roadhouse. I'm the managing partner, which is the owner operator of the place down in Belton, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you and I have bumped into each other, and
oh yeah, plenty of times.
Yeah, man. You just look. I mean, I guess it'd be oversimplistic to say I run restaurants, but really what I try to do is, you know, inspire people to make themselves better, try to manage their whole life, not just you know, make me money in the restaurant. You know what I mean? It's I do it because I really like being around people and watching them be able to come up from being, you know, servers or busboys or whatever to possibly make careers into management and leadership abilities, you know, leadership positions for themselves. So that's what I do.
Yeah, he does it well, and very well, might add. So yeah, man, today we're gonna be talking about success. We're gonna talk about the keys to success, what it means to be successful. My man's gonna kind of walk us through his journey of life. And I hope that y'all get blessed by this, man, because a lot of people want to be successful, and a lot of people want to make it, but they really don't know how. And they talk about it, and then they do their own version of what it looks like to do it, but it just never comes out. So hopefully today we'll be able to shed some light on how you can get to that goal. And I got my other guy, Andre. He'll be here in a minute, barber from Sure Cuts. He's a owner. He'll be here probably in the next 20 to 30, so I know y'all probably was looking for him, but just know he's on his way. And without further ado, y'all already know that we always like to start off with a poem. So I'm going to do something that y'all ain't seen me do in a while, and I'm actually going to spit a poem. This poem is called Role Models. And I don't even need to explain it because it's pretty much self-explanatory. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that. All right, so here we go. So, Eric, one thing you don't know is that even if you don't want to be, you're going to be looked up to. Is if somebody took your mind, cracked open this spine, and treated you as a guideline and said, maybe this is what I need to be. I mean, they'll follow you as if Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that's reality. They'll idolize your walk. They'll be inspired by the way that you talk, and overall, they don't know the true meanings from right or wrong, so they clean on your understanding. As if demanding you of something or some type of substance of what success could be. So, ladies and gentlemen, we really are all role models. So as we walk down this red carpet of life, understand that we set the tone and quite often condone the behavior of this now generation. Being the only ones that we can blame for this monstrous creation, allowing the manifestation of corruption in our youth when neglecting child abuse, to wonder why they would choose to follow people they seen on a TV screen. And those people on the screens, they motives are really flawed, and there's no sign of God, so there's no wonder why when they look up to you, you're the only thing that seems heaven sent. So I urge that all my role models, that ear that I got right now, man, that we decide to take it back and give the knowledge back to the youth, because you could save a life, or better, you could inspire the life that could save millions. And that's the poem, Role Models. There it is, man. Some a little light, some a little small. Y'all know how I get when I do my poems. I get all jittery, bro. You know, I don't like to spit like that no more. I like to see people do it. But to my left, my boy's here. My guy, what's up with all this Chiefs gear? They coming today. They trying to come for me, man, with this Chiefs gear, bro, for real. But go ahead, introduce yourself, man. Who I got to my left, my guy? We're going to take a little disclaimer. We got a guy that's he's losing his breath. All right, so. All right, we're just going to jump in and then my boy will come and introduce himself in a second, man. All right. I knew this was going to be a funny day, bro, but it's already started. He said, come on, man.
Stairs are legit. Hey, don't let him fool you. He was falling out, too.
Hey, bro, I was going to say it, bro. I was tired, too, when I got up here, bro. I had to take a couple back. I'm inviting him out, you know what I'm saying? But, all right, man, we're going to try this again. Rewind. To my left. Go ahead, man. Introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Andre Dre Cuts from Cali.
Yes, sir. And Dre Cuts. I mean, I hear the Dre Cuts in the name, but go ahead and tell them what you do, man. What's your business? And
Well, I own Shear Cuts Barbershop, Barber and Salon out in Grandview, 12710 US South 71 Highway. Been there almost 6 years. So, hey, it's been great. Me and my three guys I rode with, man, it's been a great journey as of right now. So
yes, sir.
It is what it is.
And the cool thing about that is, last show, one of his barbers was actually here spitting, man. King Davis, if y'all remember King Davis, Tyrell, he came up and he spit. He did a poem about inspiration. It was lit. It's on YouTube. You still can check that out. Like, man, like these men, bro, we trying to do our thing, bro. And like I was saying, like, he didn't hear, so I got to give the jewels to everybody. Like, he also is a person that, when I say that I look up to and that I strive to be, man, it's because when I say that consistency is key, like he said, man, he's been doing this for 6 years. He's been running it ever since I met him. He's been an owner. I ain't never heard no bad stuff about his business. I ain't never heard nobody talk bad about his business. I ain't seen nothing but him grow since the day I met him. And like, I can't help but marvel after that, bro. That's what I strive to be. So consistency is a big word that I would say. I think of Dre, man, and that's real. All right, enough of all that sentimental stuff.
Already. Let's go.
All right, so let's get into it. All right. So the word of the day is success, right? So like when I say that word, and you know, it's not like a game show. You ain't got to smack. Like whoever want to go first. Like when you hear that word just in itself, success, what does that word mean to you? And I'll open the floor.
Shoot, man, go ahead.
All right, I'll go. Look, man, success, I think, I don't know if you can really fully define what success is, because I do believe it means different things to different people.
Okay.
But the easiest way, I think, to look at it is to compare where you are with your potential versus where you are with your current situation. And really, the success is in that gap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it always moves. Because as you grow, which we all need to grow, your potential grows with it. So you're always taking that next step. You know what I mean? So there's really never, you can't say you do this, you'll be successful. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you can win a game and you're successful that day, but that might be the only game you win all year. Does that make you successful?
No, I mean you just won a game. You won in 12. Like
so guess what? Expectations rise. You grow. You get better. Other people around you get better. Yeah. So you got to challenge yourself. You got to keep sharpening yourself. And you know, so really, it always boils down to what I just said at the beginning. It's your potential versus where you currently stand, and trying to shorten that gap.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you can honestly say that, because look, truthfully, you know, my ceiling might be lower than your ceiling, you know, might be somewhere in the middle of his and you know what I'm saying? All of us have different levels of potential, and we all have different passions as well.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's really difficult to say. You can't just put a dollar amount on it. You can't just put a results on it. You got to be able to put it on truly being able to say I gave it my all. I shortened this gap. I grew. I got better, and I got closer to what my true potential is in life.
Yeah.
And there's a lot goes into that, but we probably don't have time for all that.
I feel it. I feel it.
No,
No, that's dope.
That's real. That's real. So I guess me personally, I can't tell you I know what success is, but I know I have succeeded.
Okay.
So, when I put my mind to what I wanted to do, I can't do I know if that's success? I don't know. But do I know that I have succeeded to get where I was at or where I am now? Yes, I have. I pushed myself, so I got to where I'm at.
So what would you say would be okay? And I get that, and both of those like really go hand in hand, like because it is a mindset thing. That's definitely the first. So like, how do you? What I want to know is, well, how would you battle? Like, so say somebody that didn't succeed, like you have succeeded, and my man right here has succeeded. I'm trying. I know I haven't succeeded yet. One day, hopefully, I will be able to look.
We
at
on your podcast, right?
I mean, yeah. All right.
You done succeeded then. What you talking about? You invited us here. You feel me?
Okay.
So what you mean?
You right.
Tell me what you mean right now. If you gonna say it, tell me what you mean. So you ain't got success is what you gonna tell me?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
It's just more that there's more that I would like to do.
It's more that you want to succeed of doing.
There you go.
So here's the problem I think sometimes that people have is just what Dre just said, right? Like he doesn't know if he's been successful, but he knows he has succeeded. That's a very powerful statement.
Yeah.
Because it kind of goes hand in hand with what I was going to say was that success is never really owned. It's rented.
Yeah.
And the rent's due every day, right? So that's how
you can lose success as fast as you gained it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Period.
The other thing I tell you is belief, right? Like you got to believe you can, you got to believe you're worthy. And I think that sometimes, like you just said, I haven't succeeded, which I know you're just trying to like say that, but
modest.
Everybody has
modest,
overcome something to get where they're at. Yeah. And the fact that you're still out here hustling and grinding and trying to make something tells me that you're going to be successful. That is success, truthfully. Because a lot of people would hit their first adversity and quit.
That's true.
So, don't sit there and act like you haven't overcome and you haven't been successful in some walk of your own life. Just because you don't make as much money as maybe you want, maybe you're not famous like you want, maybe it's whatever that you're working towards that. Okay? That's a journey that'll never stop. You make $5 million, you want 6. That's how it works. That is how it works.
You succeeded once again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, look at like when you was doing your when you was having your concerts, we should say.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Black on Burlington.
Yeah, and then
years ago,
and then
I remember that.
So the pandemic hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to bunch everybody in a room or whatever you want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? So what did you do? You figured out something different to do, right? So where we at right now?
On a radio show, getting it in.
And who invited who? Oh, okay. I'm just checking. I just wanted to see real quick, man. I just wanted to see where you was at.
This dude, listen. Like I said, these are my people. But come on, brother.
I'm just asking, man. Don't tell me that.
I feel you. You're right.
Man, this is 100, man. I mean, you have somebody invite you to come do something or come speak or whatever it is, come show off something you invented or whatever the case may be. Once they get there, hey, man, yeah, that's your success at that point.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? So you succeeded to overcome, like he said, to overcome. You ran into a brick wall. All right, time me to figure out something else. Let me switch over.
Heard that.
So.
But it also shows there's no finish line.
Exactly.
I was just about to ask that. So are we saying that there's really no true finish line to success? You could just only continue to succeed till there's no more.
As long as you push yourself, yes.
Heard that. So what would you say to people, like, we kind of, I don't remember who said it, but I know we kind of put on the people that do quit. Terrence will tell you, man, my boy TL, I always shout him out every time I'm on here. But he'll tell you, it's been times, though, that I was like, MIA, bro. Like, I ain't doing it. I ain't got nothing going on. Like, but I did push, and I'm not making that about me. But my question is, like, for the people that does have that doubt, bro, like, is there a way that they can, like, shake that? Like, is it only a mental thing? Like, what can they do? Like, what are steps that they can take is what I'm saying, that cure the mental part?
Keep pushing. I mean, because you're going to fail at some things, but a failure is somebody that ain't going to keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
Period. You know what I'm saying? If you don't keep trying, then yes, you fail.
Look,
but if you keep pushing yourself, all right, I got to this wall, that didn't work. Let me switch this up. Or let me go down another avenue. You know what I'm saying? And say that avenue takes them down the right path. Okay, they didn't fail at what they was doing. Now they didn't have success here, but when they went down this road, they had success over here. So they succeeded on this end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just my opinion. That's how I look at it.
I got you.
And really, to that same point, I'm gonna say it just a little bit different, but it's the same thing pretty much. I think that most people, they want to be motivated all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to wake up and feel like, some days, man, you feel like getting after it, and you're gonna get up and you wake up and you do all those things. But look, the majority of the days, you don't feel like that. You don't feel like doing nothing. You feel like rolling back over, turning on Netflix.
Yeah.
The people that really get what they want out of life and close the gap that I was talking about earlier, when the days they don't feel like doing it, they do it any damn way. Sorry, my language. You do it anyway. You get up and you do it. Because look, let me tell you, anybody can get things done on days they feel good. I'm talking about anything. I don't care if you're talking about just going to the gym. I don't care what you're talking about. Get up and go. I promise you. Even if you're just going through the motions, at least you're going through the motions. Trust me. And most things that you did that you didn't want to do, when you get done with it, you feel good, and you want to do more. That's how life works. And at the end of the day, man, like if you think about all the things that have been done in this world, like this building we're in got built, all this stuff, like look around. There's stuff everywhere to kind of remind you that you really think that all this stuff happened on days where everybody just felt great.
You got to push yourself, man. Look at Charlie Wilson. You know what I mean? Charlie Wilson fought drugs, didn't perform, sing for a very long time. When he came back in the game, killed it. But it goes to say what you said. You got to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? He fell off, but he kept pushing.
He didn't give up.
He kept pushing. He didn't give up.
So the moral of that is everybody, man, never give up, bro. Like if you got a dream, you got a passion, you got a goal, bro. Go for it, because the only time you can't do it is when you dead.
I think that's what did John Cena say that? Never give up. Ain't that John Cena?
Johnny Cena. Okay.
John, he's
right, so
never give up, man.
We're gonna dig a little deeper into y'all brains. All right, so I love everything that y'all been telling me, bro, because I kind of figured it though. Like I knew that's where y'all was gonna come from. But my question is this, and like I said, there's no, y'all can start. This will probably be the little meat of y'all conversation, but I just want to know like your start, right? When did you know that what you're doing now will be the thing that you're shooting for, as far as to be successful? Like barbershop. Like when did you know you was gonna be a barber? When did you know you were gonna be MP for Texas Roadhouse? Like how did this come about?
I didn't know.
You didn't?
I didn't know. I didn't write nothing down on paper. I didn't jot it down on a notebook. On an iPad, on my phone. I didn't do nothing. I was just actually having a conversation, and it came about. Well, let me go way back. I was actually working for Foot Locker. Yeah. Lost my job, looking for a job. Was down for like 3 months, no gig. You know what I'm saying? It was like go to barber school. So I did that. Did my 9 months of that. Got out, went to a barbershop. There for 2 years. Went to another barbershop, 4 years. And after that, man, my grandma always told me, she passed back in 06, 07, so she always told me I should have went to barber school before she retired, and she would have paid for it. But, hard-headed young man growing up, women, you get sidetracked. You don't do what actually is put in front of you for you to do. And I didn't do that. But later on down the line, when that hit me, I took that stride and, stepped out on faith. And, man, look, it just happened. Next thing I know, a friend of mine was telling me some things, and I was like, wow, okay. They hit the ground running. Boom. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm like, all right. Next thing I know, I'm talking to the man that owns the building where I'm at.
That's dope, bro.
And I'm putting up money every week, you know what I'm saying? And everything I bought in my shop except my chairs was used. Everything.
They nice now. That got going in there, but they got
Everything.
gold clippers. They doing it all.
By the way, I don't have gold clippers.
They got massage chairs. Are you in there, man?
This dude was crazy, man.
You know,
So,
no, you know.
caviar.
Right,
Right,
you
you
know
know.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like, was there ever a moment where you was like, I don't think this is it?
Yes.
Yeah. There was times you wanted to quit.
When I first opened the shop, so I talked to the landlord. We rapped a little bit, and we worked out a little something on rent and stuff like that. And I'm getting down because them days they going fast with a brother. I'm like, wait a minute, it's 2 months already.
Yeah.
It's 3 months. It's 5 months. This 6 month mark about to hit. Me and him talked about 6 months. I ended up getting somebody in there, and from there, it just it was a trickle down effect. Yeah. So, like I said, man, I had got discouraged and like, man, this might not be it, but I can't say that it wasn't it. So I kept pushing, just like we just spoke.
Yeah.
I kept pushing. I didn't stop cutting hair, but I got a little discouraged, and man, it just started happening. More barbers came, barbers left, barbers came. So, it's gonna be an up and down road. I don't care what you do. Yeah. It's gonna be up and down regardless, I mean, just like now, and then a year later after I opened the barbershop, I opened up a salon right next door.
Mm-hmm.
So and I ran that for 5 years, but now I'm about to shut that down. So, but that don't mean that I failed at anything. You know what I'm saying? I did it I succeeded. I had that success with the salon for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So, but I still have the barbershop, so I still succeeded in doing something. You know what I mean?
Feel that, bro.
So, yeah, man. I mean, shoot, I just had to keep pushing. I couldn't stop. If I stop, then I can't live. If
Ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
Ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Ain't nobody gonna pay my bills. Ain't nobody gonna take care of me. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. As some way, shape, and form, man. You like Tupac said on the movie, man. You got to get the ground beneath your feet and the wind behind your back and go for the gusto. Yeah, you know what I mean. Meal do a barbecue. Period.
That's real. That's real, man. I met him 5 years ago. First thing he said to me, he was like, "Who cut your hair, man? You need a line." Gave me his card, and he said, "You ain't gonna go nowhere else," and I ain't went nowhere else since.
That's real.
And the only thing I try myself sometimes, and I come in looking
and
terrible.
He jacks it
and
up.
he clowns. Oh, he clowns. He goes in.
Hey, man.
He goes in, bro.
Stick to your profession, okay? I'm not gonna try to come here and be like, yeah, I can run the radio thing. I can't do that. I ain't about to go with my man that, yeah, I can run Texas Roadhouse. It ain't nothing. Yeah. I can't do that. Yeah. Nah, man. I'm gonna stick to where I'm at, man. I'm gonna stick to what I do, man. Period.
The same way, bro. Like the way y'all come the same way.
I'm just saying, I ain't gonna pick up no mic and tell you I can do no whole poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. That's all I got.
There it is.
It's over after that. They're gonna be like, get him out the stage, please. Stage left. So, yeah, Quit playing. Don't try to boost my head like that. Ain't gonna work.
All right, so same question though, my guy. Like, when did you know that that you? Because I know you military. You was in military. I'll let you tell your story. I'm about to tell your story for you. Like, how'd you know that you was gonna become a managing partner, Texas Roadhouse? How'd that come about?
Bro, just like everything else comes in life, you don't always know what you're about to do. When I got home, from the Army, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? Still a kid. Had to move back in with my parents. Took kind of the first job I could get, which was a cook at a restaurant. And I'd worked in some restaurants in high school and stuff, and I was always good at it. Always had an aptitude for it. But if I'm being real honest with you, man, like, my passion isn't really for restaurants. You know what I mean? What my passion is for developing people and training people and building lifelong relationships with people. And the cool thing about restaurant world is, man, there ain't no shortage of people. Yeah. You got your customers coming in, you got your employees,
personalities at work.
Yeah, man, and it's really kind of a side note about restaurants. One thing I always really enjoyed about it was that we're in Hillbillyville, Belton, Missouri. Like simple as that, and I don't mean disrespect all the time, but it's the truth. But when you look around within our four walls, I mean, you got all walks of life. You got all the diversity you could ever want. You got people that are raising kids, people that are going to college, people that come from other countries, people that all these different backgrounds, white people, black people, Mexican, it don't matter. They all come together. We all become like a family, right? If I'm doing my job anyway, that's what we're becoming. And so I'm kind of like bouncing around all over the place, but I don't know that I ever said, you know what, I'm gonna run a Texas Roadhouse someday. I didn't do that. As I got good at the business side of being a restaurant manager, I started having options, and I wanted to be associated with a company that shared the same values as me about taking care of people, treating people right. Hey, we're gonna make some money along the way. We're here to sell steaks, but really we're doing it. We're a people business first, who happens to sell this to make money. You know what I mean? So I somehow found Texas Roadhouse. I was blessed to do that, and it's been really good to me and my family, and I've made a lot of relationships through it. This is the second store I've had. I think you knew that. One was up Chicago Market. All these people up there are still close to me to this day. So I think it really, you got to have your heart in the right place, and if you know what your passion is, and for me it was always about finding people like you, you know what I mean, to help you along your journey the best I could. And I always took the approach too that, like, I don't just, a lot of managers and leaders, quote unquote leaders out there, they put too much, all they want to do is talk to you about your job, right? Man, you got to be faster at this. I need you to do more of that, sell more of this, be on time, tuck your shirt, like stuff like that. And look, I certainly
throwing shots a little bit, y'all.
I mean, I might be.
and look, some of that stuff he said to me before.
And look, there's
then just abide by the rules, man.
There's a time and place for that, right? Yeah. But I don't think you can only do that and be successful, right? I think that people get real sick of that real fast. And I've always kind of taken the approach of managing the whole person. You know what, you might be having money trouble someday, and I might need to talk you through what I would do in that situation. Whatever. It could be any type of, maybe it's with kids, maybe it's with your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever you're doing. I always try to do that, because I always looked at it like, if you're whole, then you're going to do a good job. And you're going to want to come in and make me proud. And that's just how I approached it. And that's how I ended up where I'm at today, truthfully.
What's up, man? And like I said, man, he really does do a good job. Like, man, we had some real conversations, just like my guy here. We had some real conversations, man, and the stuff that they instilled in me, man. I don't know if they know I listen. I don't know if they think that I really don't be listening, or I do. But I definitely listen, and I apply it, man. Yeah, bro, that was good, bro. I really felt like I learned a little bit more about y'all. I didn't even know, which is weird. I didn't think I did it. Let me look at my notes real quick. All right, so we kind of already glimpsed on that. So. All right, so yeah, so since y'all both kind of gave me the same answer, y'all really didn't know that this is what y'all was gonna be doing. So if there was anything else that you could be doing, what would it be? Like, if you're not a barber right now, if you're not Dre Sheercut's barber, you're Dre. Can you say it on the air? No, just no, just what would you do, Dre?
I can't say it on the air.
Oh, man, don't do it like that, bro.
I'm just kidding, man. I'll be the biggest.
No, we just playing, y'all. No, but for real, what would you do though?
Honestly, man, to honestly tell you the truth, I really don't know, because what I do, I love. Like, period. This is my passion. I love it. I cut my hair. I cut my stepbrother's hair when I was a kid. That's what I did. So like, once I got into this was just it for me.
Love at first sight.
You hear me? I was like, is that you? Is that you? Come here, baby.
Okay.
Let's go. So
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I couldn't tell you, man. I don't have anything else that I would even want to do. This is it for me. I love being a barber.
And you good at it, bro.
And after I get done, I'd rather just come, hey, y'all got my money. Let me get my paper.
I believe.
And I'm gonna go home.
See, and that was the other thing that he was talking about. He couldn't say on air.
Woo woo woo.
You know what I'm saying? So, same question, bro. What would you be doing if you weren't Eric Stewart, managing partner? You would be Eric Stewart.
In a professional capacity, I don't know the answer to that question, because I haven't thought about it in 20-something years. But one thing I could tell you, whatever it would be, I would have to be in a position to maintain relationships, develop people, work with people, because without that, I just don't feel like I would enjoy it.
Like you're living your purpose.
Yeah, and honestly, like I was saying, man, I don't wake up every day super excited about, you know, everything we do operationally in the restaurant. Like, what gets me excited is coming in and who am I working with today? I got to sit down with so-and-so today. We're going to do this. All those types of things, helping people achieve their goals is really what I enjoy. So some sort of training capacity or some sort of, you know, development type thing. I mean, if I could make money just standing here on a radio talking to people, I'd probably do that. But,
it's fun.
you know, honestly, I don't, I've never really thought about it.
What he's saying is the same thing that's what barbers are. Like he said, help develop people. Man, we got teenagers come in and we talk to. You got grown men you come in and talk to. So I mean, man, it's basically the same thing for real.
It is, bro. Y'all like,
I mean, for
barbers
real.
are like therapists sometimes.
Yeah,
I mean,
counselor, yeah.
man,
Like,
trust
for
me,
real,
man.
bro,
I done
like,
had a couple of young guys,
real.
man. I had a young dude come in. He was like 17, 18. I think he was about to graduate. His dad was tripping on him, yada yada yada. Me and him in rap one time, and I was like, hey, man, you know, he was trying to figure out how he was gonna pay for college because he had just like started school and was graduating high school and all that. And like I said, his dad was tripping on him. I said, hey, man, check this out. I don't know what you got going on. I said, hey, man, why don't you look into going to the service or something? You know, they pay for your schooling. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I might do that. Cool, got through the haircut, slap files, paid, boom, he out. Seen him a little bit after that. I said, hey, man, did you ever look into that? He said, you know what, Dre, man, I forgot to tell you. I enlisted.
Bro.
I bull you not, dog. And right now, he's still in there. My man doing good for himself.
That's what's up.
So, I mean, when he say develop people, I mean, that's the same thing barbers do, man. It's just all about having conversation, and conversation rule the nation for anybody. When it's like when they had the debates, it's who got the best conversation, who gonna win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it is, you know, it just happens like that. Ball bounces like that in life, I guess.
That's real, man. Oh, do you have something you want to put in that?
No, I mean, I think you said it beautifully. I think that, you know, whenever you care about people and you care about helping them, because, you know, some people are just lost, man. They just don't know what to do, you know, and they get themselves stuck in this rut. And, you know, when you care enough about them to spend some time with them, tell them what could help them, and then not only that, follow up with them like you did, like, hey, whatever happened with that? You know, a lot of people would bring it up, never say it again. And if the dude enlisted or didn't enlist, like, whatever, that's on him, right? But he actually did ask the question again. There's some follow up to that, which shows me that whenever he was giving the advice, it was real and it was heartfelt, and it was coming from a place of like, hey, man, this is going to get you in a position to help you achieve what you want to achieve, and that is going to college. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think that, I mean, that's what success is, dude. Like, I'm telling you, if you,
that was successful for me, saying that to him, and he took it and ran with it.
It means a lot, bro. Like, it means a lot. Especially, I know for a fact being there with as the guy that you gave advice to, when somebody tell you something and then like if they don't say nothing about it again, you kind of like, see, he really didn't care. He was just talking. But when you come back like, hey, he really.
I mean, man, you gotta know who you gotta know who you dealing with, the type of people you dealing with, because like I said, man, you never know what people are going through, like, period. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
And they come to certain places to get relief.
Restaurants too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes people do have a job that they can go to work and that's a relief from what they really got going on in the outside world. Like, real talk.
Oh yeah. I've been there a couple
I
times.
felt like that multiple times.
See what I'm saying? I mean, man, that's
fighting with your kids or your wife or something. You're like, you know, I'm just gonna go to work and have fun.
Yeah.
Get that out of my mind for
I'll
a
be
few
back.
hours. Yeah.
Come back, hey baby. You forgot what happened earlier. You good, you know. I mean, it's like, the barbershop is the, you know, excuse me, everybody, but that's the black man's country club if you want to think about it. You know, you come there and,
we go in there, we talk jobs,
you talk,
get advice, we talk smack, but it's real though. The atmosphere is always real.
Yeah.
That's one thing I will always say. It's never been a fake atmosphere.
Nah,
it's always real. Well, let me pay some bills real quick. This is KUAW.org. You feel me? You can catch us at KUAW985. At gmail.com. Sorry, I'm messing it up. You can always call in and tap in with us if you got anything you want to say or ask at 816-599-6893. You can catch us on Facebook Live. KUAW Radio.
And I want to give a shout out to George Alexander Fuller.
Shout,
He's
shout,
listening
shout.
to us on Facebook at KUAW-radio. And he said, like you said, brother, success is never really owned, it's rented.
Already.
That's confirmation, man.
Already.
If y'all don't know what that word means, look it up. But that's confirmation. You feel me?
Already,
Like,
man.
That's real confirmation.
I can
man.
dig that.
I
I
really
can
like
dig
that
that.
saying though. Like
For real.
when you think about that, like you really gotta buy into what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you gotta buy into it every day. Because the day that you don't come up with that money, you lose that house, you lose that stability. And now you right back on the floor or outside trying to get back into the house of success. Bro.
What happens if you don't pay your rent to the landlord in the barbershop?
I won't be cutting nobody's hair. I know that. You hear me?
Hey, what do you say? He gonna be like, give me my money.
Give me my money. Ah, man. Nah, that's when you get to the door like, oh, this door ain't opening? Hold on. Wait. Yeah. I changed those locks. Remember last month?
That's so funny, man. All right, so real quick, man, we're gonna end up switching gears here in a second. I'm pray for me when we do it. So I'm looking at the camera. Pray for me, because as you can see, I'm surrounded by red. I tried to wear neutral colors. I ain't even try to look like a Rams fan. They coming all cheaped out.
I don't know what you thought this was. It's Chiefs Friday, baby.
Never scared. Y'all know I ain't scared. Y'all know this.
For real.
Friday.
Yeah, you heard him.
Just for the fans out there that are Chiefs fans. Red Friday.
Yeah.
Stop that nonsense, man. All right, so before we jump into football, there's one more thing. I just want to talk to y'all about this overall success, and we can can it. And then, like, if we got a little bit of time, we can kind of just talk a little bit. So, like, my thing is 3 things that you would tell somebody right now. If it's a younger you or somebody kind of like your homeboy that you gave that advice with as far as the military, like 3 things that you would tell them that's pivotal. And I mean, I'm pretty sure we probably spoke on it, but I just want to drive it home, bro. Like, if people watching this, I really want them to get this. So, like, what would be the 3 things? And y'all don't got to say the same. Y'all can say different ones, bounce back. But, like, 3 pivotal points or 3 things that you have to do in order to reach succession. Not even to be successful, because we already established that successful is not a term. Like, you can't be successful. You can only succeed and succeed and succeed. How do you reach that level to succeed? 3 pivotal points.
I'm going to say be consistent. Okay. Be faithful to yourself.
Okay.
And, like, just know where you want to go.
So, consistency.
Faithful.
Know where you want to go.
Yeah.
Know what you got for me. I got my 3.
I know he did. That's why I wanted to go first. I knew what I was doing.
He said 3 things.
Yeah. I needed to go first, get mine out of the way.
Look, man, I got way more than 3 things. That's the problem. I got to be able to narrow it down. No, look, I think at the end of the day, I'm going to just kind of echo what you said. I think that you need to be able to, first of all, belief is so important. You know what I mean? And not just believe you can do it. I think a lot of people kind of have that. But where people, I don't think everybody believes that they are worthy of success and they are able to get it. You know what I mean? People come from rough backgrounds, they get stuck in that. Look, man, everybody's worthy. You know, so I think that's first and foremost. I think that you got to surround yourself with people that make you better, and you know, really control your circle of influence. To where people aren't holding you back from what it is you say you want, and that's tough because that means you got to make some decisions sometime in life.
I was gonna try to elaborate. Can we elaborate on that just for a little bit? And I promise we can. So, like, how do you go about? And this is just me growing up where I grew up from, knowing my friends and knowing the situation. And I'm pretty sure y'all both can relate to this. I know that y'all both can relate to this, so I'm not gonna say either one can, but like. When you say hanging around, watching you hang around, right? How do you decipher the fact that it's somebody that is truly somebody that you can help or somebody that's hindering you? Like, and what I mean by that is because it's certain times where you got a friend, like say if you're doing a business with somebody, right? And like they may not be holding their end, but you know they really, really want to do it. You get what I'm trying to say? Or you got somebody that's not holding their end and you really don't know if they really want to do it. How do you decipher when it's time to cut that off? Or to try to keep building that up? But that's a real question, bro. Because a lot of people fall to that.
It will happen at a time when you don't even know what's gonna happen. Like you hanging around that person. Okay, like you gave that example.
You know they want to do it, but they're not holding up their end, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, as them being your friend, you're gonna hold them up as long as you possibly can until you actually get tired of holding them up and be like, hey, look, I can't hold you anymore. You said you was gonna do this, you didn't do it. You said you was gonna do this, you didn't do it. Every time I said I was gonna do this, and this, I did it. You're not holding your end up. I just gotta part my ways. You can either do it speechfully or you can do it silently. And you can move silently without saying nothing. Just, hey man, you know we gon' nah, I'm good.
So there is a lot to this. You know, I'm talking about it could be bad business partners. It could be, you know, friends from back in the day that you used to kick it with that, you know, you shouldn't be hanging out with anymore because they haven't grown up and you're trying to move past that stage of life. You know, there's a lot to it. The easiest way I think I can illustrate the point, if you can just imagine there's a hill and you got a rock, a big boulder, and your job is to push the boulder to the top of the hill, right? And that's like getting your success. That's pushing yourself to success, right? And like you can't do it alone because it's just too big, too heavy. Right. So you got to find some people to help you push this thing up the hill. Now just imagine there's also some fool on the other side that's holding it. Like it only would take one guy to make it to where the whole lot couldn't push it up. So your job is to get rid of those people. You know, that doesn't mean you don't stop loving them. That doesn't mean that you don't maybe talk to them. But what you don't do is let them dictate your time. You know what I'm saying? I talk to people all the time, and they're constantly, well, you know, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. Everything is stopping me from doing what I want to do because I'm always trying to fix everybody else. When you start seeing that, you really got a decision to make. You can't sit there and tell me you want to achieve things without being willing to, you know, pay the price that sometimes comes with it, which is some sacrifice. And that might include some friends and family. It might include time doing things you like to do. It might be maybe I got to cut Netflix out. I don't know what it is. People got to make some choices. But I really believe that, you know, there's a saying out there that says, you know, if you hang out with 5 millionaires, you'll be the sixth. And you can like that. You can put that on.
Can you say that again? No, real talk.
Yeah, if you hang out with 5 millionaires, you will be number 6. So, you know, that now the trick is finding 5 millionaires that want to hang out with you. But if I knew that, you know, I'd be on I'd probably be on a different radio show if that was the thing. But listen, there's the point with that to me is you become what you hang around. And if you hang around successful people that understand the grind, people that understand how to develop other people that know how to mentor you, True. You will become that for somebody else. And that's a big deal.
Slim Thug and forget that guy's name. Got that rap song together. He said it the best. He said if you can't, what did he say? Something like if you can't be a chicken and soar with eagles. You know what I'm saying? I mean that was some real live stuff, man.
Definitely, you gotta be able to fly.
Just like, and they can't fly. And just like he said, you're gonna be the 6 millionaire. You hang around 5. I'm about to go find 5.
Right now.
You know.
Y'all. So that was really good, bro. Like I really appreciate what both of y'all brought to the table, man. I already knew what y'all was coming with. I knew y'all was gonna have the knowledge. I really hope people listen, man. Like one thing about it is getting the information. The second part is applying the information.
I got one more thing. I only said 2 of the 3.
Oh, my bad.
Come on, man. 2 of the 3. No, look.
You gotta watch RV, man. He nickel slick, dog.
See how I'm doing? I gotta keep your circle bright, guys. I'm trying to tell you.
See?
So listen, man. The last thing I would try to impress upon anybody is that you can have anything you want in life, provided you're willing to pay the price to get it. And listen, everything out there comes with a price. And the reason why most of us don't get it is because, look, I'm not willing to put in those kind of hours. I'm not willing to do that kind of hustle. I'm willing to put in that kind of schoolwork. I'm not willing to do something, right? There's something. And you know what? Hey, you make that decision. But you also got to understand the backside of that is you didn't get what you wanted because you didn't pay that price. I believe, if you remember Kobe Bryant did that documentary a couple years ago, I can't remember what it was called, but it was on like HBO or something. 30 for 30? No, it was actually on HBO or something. But anyway, there was one quote in there that really stood out to me, and he's like, "We could all be a master of our craft if we're willing to pay that price." And I think I would just really try to get people to understand that, like, there's gonna be a cost. Everything has a cost. Like, I have to spend a lot of time at the restaurant. Have to. That's a cost that some people aren't willing to do. Whenever you're trying to make it work there, man, hey, you got to do whatever it takes to get butts in those seats, right?
Exactly.
I mean, that's just what it is. And the difference between success and failure most of the time is the unwillingness to maybe work Saturdays.
Yep.
Maybe I got to wake up early and read this book before I go to work. Whatever it is. That's a huge key, along with all the other things that he said. So
to be successful, man, you got to push yourself.
It's harder said than done, but it has to be done. Like, that's one thing that I want everybody to remember. That, like,
dude, if it was easy, why would we be sitting here having this conversation? I mean, if it was
easy, everybody would be successful.
Right. But the fact that it's hard is what makes it so dang satisfying.
True.
You know what I mean? The fact that you can overcome, that's how you feel. That's where your pride comes in. That's where you feel like you accomplished something. If it was just a cakewalk all the way to it.
Once you get past them obstacles and you look back like, man, I made it.
Yep.
I made it over that obstacle. I made it over this obstacle. You're like, all right, let's go. It gives you confidence for the next one, So you just got to push yourself and just know what you want. If you don't know what you want, you ain't going to get it. But if you know what you want, like after a minute, I knew I wanted that barbershop. It wasn't no stopping me.
When you aim at nothing, you hit it every time.
All right. For real. Straight up.
Man, thank y'all, bro. Like, because I know we about to switch, but thank y'all, man. Like that.
What you switching to?
We're gonna talk about some football. Like,
oh, football? That's what we talking about? Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. Right. Speaking of.
Let me tell y'all some local vocals out there.
Local vocals out there.
These guys here, they make it every day.
No, sir. Oh, no.
Every time I see him at the shop,
it's looking
all I hear is cheap stuff. They talk.
I mean, look at the color of the shop.
Every time I see my guy at work, we talk cheap stuff. He Chiefs hat every day. Super Bowl Chiefs hat that the only one that Chiefs have. When you walk in the shop, what color is the shop? the whole shop is red, yellow. It just looked like a Chiefs locker room.
Exactly.
So we gonna talk some football.
Yeah,
hey,
man.
bro,
You don't even have to grow no hair. Look, we got dominoes on the table. You can come up there, sit, play dominoes, talk trash,
bro. Do
all that.
You have to come up. Hey, it's a time, bro.
Yeah.
It's a time, bro.
Right.
I promise you will have fun.
But
you'll fit right in too, because the way they talk, you right there. And then y'all both like the Chiefs, so you're gonna fit in with that. So
you gotta be there so we can ring your tail.
See what I'm saying? They want to clown me. I'm trying to create friendship. They trying to down me. Man.
Oh, we make this happen.
I ain't scared, dog. Hey, I ain't scared. But anyway, so before we talk about the Chiefs, we're gonna talk about MVP candidates though. All right, so who besides Patrick Mahomes, Jesus Christ, besides Patrick Mahomes, who would you say will be the NFL's next MVP? Not named Patrick Mahomes.
Not named Patrick Mahomes. You just said that anyway, man.
So you think it's Pat?
No, sir.
Oh,
okay. I didn't say it was Pat. When it comes to that, what I'm about to say. Ooh, hey, when it comes to, I don't know, man. Let him go. It just got threw off, man. I'm gonna let y'all handle that.
We're gonna switch, and we're just gonna switch. We ain't even gonna divert,
I mean, look, NFL MVP. I do think Patrick Mahomes right now is NFL.
Okay.
I think nipping at his heels, coming up strong at the end of the season, is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers to me, he was Patrick Mahomes before he was.
Russell Wilson. But okay.
No, I'm telling you, like, as far as Russell Wilson, I love him. Me and you have talked about Russell
He's
Wilson.
tough.
Russell Wilson.
I think he is.
And I hate to say it because he's a Seahawk.
No, I mean, look, Russell Wilson's the truth, but the problem with him, like, the reason why we're not talking about him as MVP is he threw like 10 interceptions in 3 weeks. You can't do that.
Woo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, the dude is phenomenal. But we ain't talking about who's the best player. Like, what's your skill level? We're talking about MVP of the 2020 season. Okay. And right now, who's got their team in the best spot? Okay, so that goes without saying, right? Like, I mean, he started off a little slow, but hey, it's how you finish, right? Some of these guys come out hot and they start to fade off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, who's your fantasy quarterback?
What?
Patrick Mahomes is my quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is my quarterback. Jared Goff's on the bench. Oh, he on there, but he on the bench. He never played. But it's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, was Goff first string, second string? I'm asking you a question. Who was your first string?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
And we're in the playoffs right now. Trying to April on my head. Shout out to April.
Maybe he's your MVP.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
I was gonna say Derrick Henry, but I like Patrick Mahomes though. I'm not gonna. He's the best.
I think you can make a real argument for Derrick Henry. I mean, that dude's
He's doing something ain't nobody doing at the running back position, bro.
He's gonna line up and hand it to him. But I mean, the guy's 6'4", 6 pounds.
And he run a fourth something.
340 or something like that.
He's ginormous.
People are not supposed to be able to do that. And the crazy thing is even though they know it, he's still gonna get his 200 yards and 3-4 touchdowns. And
Just depends on who he play.
Oh, here is it. So when he play the Chiefs, he ain't gonna get it.
I said
is
it
that what you
depends
said?
on who he play. That's
Write it.
all
Don't
I
let
said.
me write it down now.
All I said was it depends on who they
So when
play.
he play the Chiefs,
I don't know.
My only thing about Derrick Henry is if they do get down, and this happened a couple weeks ago to them, they got down kind of big early in the game to Cleveland, I believe it was.
Yeah, and they took him out the game.
And at that point, you can't turn around and hand it off to the guy, no matter how bad he is.
Yeah.
You just can't. I mean, you got to score points quick. So it's really difficult to think of a running back as an MVP unless they just like have an all-time season. You know what I mean? Like 2,500 yards or something like that. So, I mean, I guess if I look at it like this, if you were starting an NFL franchise today, and you only had to win the next game.
Okay. Are you about to ask me what player I'm drafting? Or what quarterback I'm going to have?
No, I'm just saying, like, out of the MVP candidates, I mean, you're probably not, like, Josh Allen's kind of everybody talking about him.
Cool, though. He's nice.
He's good,
He ain't Patrick Mahomes.
but I just don't think he's quite on that level yet.
He's not
I mean, this is the first year that I've ever seen, he's only been in the league a couple years, I guess, but his first year, man, the guy was, I mean, he couldn't hit sand if he fell off his camel. You know what I mean?
What happened, bro? He turned it around.
He went out, got him some good coaching, and you know, he wanted to pay that price for success. You know what I mean? So shout out to him, but he just isn't there yet. So if you were going to if you had to win one game right now, 2020, with the way everybody's playing, who's your pick?
Why y'all looking at me, man? Y'all know my answer. What's your answer? I'm asking the questions here, sir. What's going on? What's going on?
I mean,
see how quick I got interviewed. What's going on?
Well, but I think that whenever you come to the obvious
Mahomes,
conclusion of
Patrick
Mahomes,
Mahomes.
I think it kind of stops right there.
Does that make you happy? Patrick Mahomes. Pat.
I
My
don't know.
homeboy.
It depends on what position we talking about.
Right, because hey, this defense.
Who do I want throwing the ball?
Patrick Mahomes. But who you want on defense?
Aaron Donald, without a doubt.
Sorensen.
Don't play with me.
Oh no! Hey man, look. Let me tell you something, man. If you
cool,
if you think about it, man, and I didn't know this until a few weeks back, right? So I'm at my homeboy crib, and he was like, "Man, I'm telling you, this dude Sorensen, he tough, he da 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 da, right?"
He's good though.
So we watching the game, right? And I'm looking at him every time. His number was
49.
right
Ain't his
there,
number 49,
man.
49, 48, 49?
Something like
49.
49.
Yeah, he nice.
He was
nice.
right there. Every other game after that, right? When big plays was coming up, he was right there. I said, who is this dude?
Well, the crazy thing about Sorensen, he'll get beat all game long and then have the interception that seals the game. He's like, where you been all day?
Oh, Marcus Peters.
You know, so it happens, man. I guess everybody had a time, man.
Yeah, man. I will say this. I was prepared to say this.
Or Kelsey.
Y'all not
to catch
Kelsey's
the ball.
Now that's a whole nother.
That
The Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. I know this.
I was just speaking on the players.
I've never doubted that. All I'm gonna say though, and I'm gonna say this lightly, and I'm gonna let y'all go in. We got about like 5 minutes, so y'all can't go in too hard. If the Chiefs defense does not be able to stop the Titans or the Bills, y'all may have some problems this playoff.
Well, I mean, look,
and the reason why I say that
That's
is
fine.
because last year y'all defense was better than what it is this year.
Well, was it so good whenever we got down 24-0 against Houston?
I get,
What was it good to be
but
down?
it was good in that second half though.
Okay.
Like, it stepped up.
But I guess my point to it is that like it's an obvious statement that if your defense can't stop anybody, you can't win games. We've lived that
Unless
in
you're the
Kansas City
Seahawks.
for lots of times.
Yeah.
You know, I was around in 2003 whenever we were playing the Colts with the best offense in football. We couldn't force a punt all game long and lost by 3 points.
Remember when Andrew Luck caught that snap? He
That-
fumbled it, caught it, and scored.
But like we've been fighting this game for a long time. So you know, truthfully though, the good thing about having a generational quarterback like we got right now is we just got to be good enough. Like, you know, like the way that it works in football is everybody's got, you know, you got a special teams goal, a defense goal. You can maybe have 2 or 3 of them. Like, hey, we're gonna hold them this many yards, this many points, this many whatevers. Like, and you do that all the way around. So when you got a guy like Patrick Mahomes, like you might used to have said, we got to keep defenses or offenses 17 points for us to win. If we do that, we're in the game. Well, now your number's like 24, 30.
30.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So if that is now your new metric, so your traditional ways of measuring defense, it ain't the same. The eye test, I look at the Chiefs defense all the time and I'm like, it just doesn't make sense to me why we can't stop anybody from
Y'all
running
got
the ball.
weapons, bro.
Yeah,
because
And
there's some-
Tyrann Matthew, to me, is
But
if
is
not the
that-
best,
is
probably
that
the second
coaching,
best DB in the
or is
league.
that
Well,
players?
I think it's a little bit both. What I really think it is, I think that we approach the game knowing we're going to score 35 points.
I think
the
I
depth.
will say this. I do think the Chiefs go in each game knowing that they won already.
See, and I don't like that.
I feel like
I
they
don't
just
either.
don't think
I
that
don't
they can
like
be
that.
touched.
But see, I
Like-
think that this year, like last year, we would get on their neck and then we would let off.
Mm.
This year, we
let
get
off.
on the neck.
Yeah. Yo, y'all think y'all get on the first?
No, we don't get on the neck at first, and then we get on the neck later.
Yeah.
Man, come on, can we get on the neck all the time?
Yeah, why we gotta make everything so dang
Yeah.
stressful? That's the thing
Every
that gets
game is
me, man.
stressful.
Like
then
even
we sitting up there like
like
this.
we're playing Miami. Now look, I think Miami's better, and I'll say this: I didn't realize how good Miami was until I watched them play.
Mhm.
Their defense is real.
Oh yeah.
Like they're good. Tua looks real to me. But man, I thought we were just so much better walking in that game. But it almost looked like our team, the Chiefs, believed that the same thing I'm saying. That they were going to show up because we're Kansas City. We're going to
We're
score
gonna blow
40
them out.
points,
Yeah.
and like
We need
you
to
know,
put
we
that
we
in
need,
our
we need
head.
to learn that lesson.
I hate to cut it. We got to cut off. So I got one. I just want to just say it and don't say nothing else because I know y'all gonna try to clown. Super Bowl pick and score. Who is it? Who's playing? Who's winning? And what's the score?
I think Chiefs Packers.
Okay.
I'm going to say 35-33
Heard.
Chiefs.
Man, I don't burn bridges.
Oh, so
I'm
you don't want to say one? You
I'm
plead the
going
fifth?
one game at a time,
One game
baby.
at a time.
That's all
Well,
I'm gonna do.
I'm
One
gonna
game
say.
at a time.
I'm gonna say. Rams, Chiefs.
Who saw anybody see that coming?
Rams.
Man, that's out of left field.
Rams.
Ooh, it's something.
56. Chiefs 50. No, just
Come on, man.
No, real talk. No, real talk. Real talk though. Rams, Chiefs. I really do think we're gonna make it and we're gonna play y'all. I think the Rams, Chiefs, and if the Rams play like we can play, we'll probably
You
win
said
34
Rams and
31.
Chiefs?
Rams
Bet
34-31.
Bet.
Hey man, not on live TV, man. Not on national. Not here in front of everybody. We'll
Bet
talk,
it.
Meet me at the shop.
Look at this.
We'll
Look,
talk
look-
at the shop.
look at this confidence
We'll talk at
waning
the
right
shop.
now.
Bet it.
Anyway, this was another episode of Local Vocals. My man Eric Stewart, man. My dude Andre. Share
Nice to
cuts,
meet you,
man.
bro.
These are two, like I said, bro. I look up to these dudes, man. These dudes are great. Hopefully now you see why I hold them to that standard, man. Go get your success, bro. Chase it. Never quit. Have that grit. Associate yourself. Wow, I got tongue tied with people that's only gonna make you better. Like my man said, you get 5 millionaires around you, you'll be the 6. Go be the 6.
You're gonna soar with eagles, soar with eagles. You
Soar
gonna
with
be
eagles.
with chickens, be with chickens.
with
but
chickens.
You can't be both.
You can eat the chickens and soar with eagles, though. I'm just saying.
You can.
That's all I'm saying, man. But that was another episode. KUAW.org. Catch us on Facebook. We out, man. Thank y'all.